Hello and welcome back to the Car Secrets channel, where today we will look at a Lexus Technical Service Bulletin number 0050-15. What this bulletin applies to is the 2015 NX200t models. So that's just the turbo models, not the hybrid ones. And what those models for that year may exhibit is a check engine light on with a diagnostic trouble code P0087. So the description of the code is that fuel rail system pressure is too low. So fortunately, there's nothing actually wrong with the fuel system under these conditions. It's just that the engine control module logic is a bit flawed and it's detecting it as a low fuel system pressure. But there's nothing wrong with the vehicle. So the fix is simple. It's just a reflash or calibration update of the software in the engine control module. So when they discovered this problem, they fixed it on the production line back in 2015. And here's the information for when this fix was done. So depending on whether your vehicle is a front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, you will need to look at the VIN. So on the front-wheel drives, it will start with these characters, all-wheel drive with these, and then look at the last six of the VIN. So if your vehicle is numerically higher than that, that means the countermeasure has already been implemented and that calibration update has been done at the factory. If it's numerically lower than the last six, that means that it may be eligible for it, unless this repair has been done throughout the course of the vehicle ownership. So it is not a recall, it's a service bulletin. So the vehicle has to be under warranty for them to do this for free, because this applies only to 2015s and the warranty is 8 years on this particular issue. All these cars are out of warranty by now. So you would be a customer paid job. So be aware that the time quoted here is a warranty time, 0.4. That's what warranty would pay the technician. If you come in to have this done at a dealership now, there's a really good chance they would charge you more than that, maybe an hour or so. It depends on the dealership, right? So just be prepared for that. The parts information is irrelevant. They're talking about the new updated parts for the actual engine computer, but the engine computer does not get replaced as part of this repair. So we don't really care about this. And then the required tools and equipment is a text stream, which is a factory scan tool that they use to scan for fault codes, clear them, and perform calibration updates, as well as a battery diagnostic tool, which is essentially just a battery charger to keep the voltage up while doing a reprogramming on the engine control module. Here's the list of the calibration IDs. So every software that's issued comes with a calibration ID, and they count from low to high numerically. So previous version was 5200, and the new updated one is 5300. And the calibration ID will change based on whether you have an F Sport or non-F Sport front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So here's the repair procedure. Confirm that the condition exists. Well, is the check engine light on? Is there a diagnostic trouble code for fuel rail system pressure too low? If yes, continue. Check for the calibration ID. So if it's one of these older ones, then we can update it to the newer one. Or maybe you've already had some repair work done and they've reflashed it with a newer calibration. In that case, this TSB will not apply. You would need to diagnose and see what the heck is going on. Why is this fault code there? Maybe there is an actual fuel pressure system issue. So if the calibration ID is one of the older ones, well, they say to check for the sticker, but again, these stickers are not very reliable. It's just a piece of paper that some dealerships may or may not put on when they do a reflash. The calibration ID is a sure way of checking if it needs an update or not. Then they would reflash the ECM or PCM, powertrain control module, same thing. Important to maintain the battery voltage up above 13.5 volts to ensure that the engine control module does not freeze up and crash during this update, because in that case, there's a good chance that it would need to be replaced. Once that's done, they should install a sticker on the hood. They may or may not do this. And then once the sticker is on, clear any old codes, take the vehicle for a nice drive, confirmation driving pattern, which means take it through all the steps that you need to take to detect the DTC. Essentially, if you're doing this yourself, If you have access to these calibrations, you would just take the vehicle and go for a nice long drive, stop and go traffic, highway, etc. Make sure the code does not come back on. And that's it. That's the repair for this particular problem. Hopefully the information in this video was helpful, and look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.